Welcome to lesson number 8, where I teach you the basics of Photoshop. If you have not seen the previous 7 lessons, please go watch those first. With that being said, let's now get into effect layers. Layer effects. Doesn't really matter. So here we are back again in Photoshop, and we're gonna select the image with the 2 office guys, and we're gonna change some things about it. I say select, but you really don't need to select it. We just need to know where it is in our layer window, because now we're gonna hit this half circle and let's select the curves tab. And here we have a contrast curve. I'm not gonna go in depth into how curves work. So this is a contrast curve. Right here are the darkest points in the image, and right here are the brightest, and everything in between. By dragging the darkest point up, we make it brighter, or if we drag it down, darker. And if we drag on the white parts, we make the white parts brighter or darker. So let's quickly reset that. As you can see, when I change this curve, a lot of things in the image change, but not everything. What is happening here? Well, this effect layer is its own layer, and it affects everything that is below it. Because if I drag this up a few layers, it is now affecting everything because it's the top layer. But what I want is that it only affects the image. And luckily there is a way to do that. Just drag it above the image and now hold Alt and click between them. And now it gets this little arrow, which means that it is only affecting the layer below it. You can actually do this with multiple effect layers on one item by just stacking them. So now I'm just gonna adjust it the way I like it. A little bit more contrast. And let's add another layer effect. This time I'm gonna take hue and saturation. I'm again gonna make sure that it only affects the layer below it, which is this one again. What I want to do with this hue and saturation layer is changing the color of their ties to purple. That way it ties in a little bit better with the rest of the image. I'm really proud of that joke. How we go about that is by selecting master and changing it to cyan, because the ties are cyan right now. And as you can see, we have now selected the blue bit in the color range. Now we can drag this hue slider around and you can see that ties change color. So that is what the hue does. You can change one color to another. It is purple right now, but it is not the same purple as we have right here. And one of the problems that I can instantly see is that it is way too saturated. This is how strong the color is. Luckily we can change the saturation as well. So let's bring the saturation down. Let's change the hue a little bit more. I think that this is close enough. And there you go. Now they have purple ties. Pretty fun effect, right? So that was all for this video. In the next video we will look into another way to add an effect to a layer. So I'll see you there.